FHA Season Tickets.
Welcome back to another episode of FHA Season Tickets. I'm Nick.
And I'm Michael, and today we're going to be talking really quick episode just about some Fairview sports and first news that's going on. Boys basketball, they are playing Padua in the sectional final this Saturday at Padua at 7 p.m. They got a big time win over Firelands by 1 point, 50-49. Luke Howes led the Warriors in scoring with 12. Grant Howes at 11, but it was Josh Philkill making the free throw with 0.2 seconds left to seal the victory over the Falcons. Firelands was led by Doc Januzzi having 19 points in a very exciting game. Mm-hmm. Nick, can you describe a little bit about the game?
Yeah, it was really fun. First home playoff game for Fairview in a while against a team that Coach Harvey has never beaten before, the coach for Fairview. So it was really exciting along the line, and Fairview ended up getting the win in a nail biter. And it didn't feel like that most of the game. It felt like Fairview had control until Doc Januzzi had like 4 straight threes.
He went berserk and just
4
made
straight
everything.
threes. So that really kept Firelands in the game. So a lot of implications on the line. Winner moves on to the sectional championship against Padua, and that's this Saturday. So Fairview, our team is playing in the sectional championship against Padua.
Yeah, Nick, I heard the wrestling team did fairly well at sectionals. Can you tell us how that went?
Yeah, the wrestlers, everyone but 3 are moving on to the district final, so or to districts, and that's today. So we'll see how that goes. Great season for the wrestlers. Great season for winter sports. How did the swimmers do?
Yeah, I mean, also with the wrestlers, they did win the PAC conference meet on their side of the division, so they were the top in their division, which is a really impressive feat, back-to-back years that they are the champions of their division. And also they'll probably have a couple people in regionals. Hopefully we'll find out the results at the end of the day today. But the swimming team, they did end their season off at districts. Anna Mills broke the record for the 100-meter breaststroke, and also the girls' 200 individual medley relay did break another school record. They have 1 senior and also 2 juniors and a freshman, so they could be even better next year, which could be pretty exciting for the swimming program. And Nick, had the girls basketball in their season?
The girls basketball team ended their season with a loss to Leary Catholic, but overall they did have some ups and downs this season. They've been on somewhat of a decline since couple of years ago when they were winning conference champions, but they did beat Lake Ridge Academy, which was
and
a fun
Lake
win
Ridge
in
did
the
advance
season.
to the regionals last night, so that's a huge win.
So they did beat them this season, and they have talent, and we'll see what happens in the future. They finally had a JV team this year, so maybe more talent will be coming to the varsity to come next year in the year's bond.
Yeah, and we're going to talk a little bit about the NBA right now. Kevin Durant went down with an injury and is out as listed indefinitely right now, but I'm pretty sure they will be back for the playoff time. At least that's what most reports suggest right now. Nick, what's your thoughts about the injury and how it affects the Western Conference?
Well, my thoughts on the injury were back till playoff time. This was initial thoughts. Back till playoff time, I think they're going to either have the first or second seed. I'm thinking first seed going into the playoffs, and they'll be fine. They'll be just fine. But then you see a graphic yesterday came out of Durant in a wheelchair, and it did look pretty. It's just something to think about. That just puts something in your mind that you think that man is going to be guarding LeBron James in the finals, locking him down. Do you think he'll be serviceable against the Cavs or even the Spurs? And you're thinking that they don't have that much bench to have. They have 3 really great players, but we'll just cut this part out, baby. Whoa, bloopers. They have 3 really great players, but those 3 players are used to playing together when they have the likes of Andrew Bogut behind them. They have likes of Barbosa, Iggy Iguodala when he was younger. Like just a lot more depth when they're used to when those 3 are playing together. So we'll definitely see what happens. And I don't know. I think that it definitely will impact the Warriors, but hopefully for their sake, he comes back for the playoffs, or else I think they're not getting out of the West.
Yeah, I think this has huge implications for the Western Conference. I think the Spurs are right back in the thick of things to have a chance to make the NBA Finals. This Kevin Durant injury totally changed the game because if he's not 100%, I don't really think the Warriors are all that awesome, to be honest. I mean,
It's just their system that always seems
Steph and Clay have been really struggling recently. Draymond Green is not a guy who's going to be able to take over games. So without Kevin Durant, who I would argue has been Golden State's best player this season, and easily their most important, I think this really opens the door for the San Antonio Spurs, and also the Spurs might be able to sneak in and get the number 1 seed. If they have home court advantage during the Western Conference Finals, if both teams make it there, that's going to be a very tough series for the Warriors. If Durant, he has to rush back by playoff time, he's still not back to 100%. We saw what happened with Curry in the finals. He claimed he was at 100% during one part in the earlier rounds, and then after the playoffs, he was like, oh yeah, I actually wasn't 100%. So I guess the Warriors are kind of setting themselves up to make some excuses if they do lose this year, but we'll see how that all does play out.
Yeah, one last thing about the NBA for me is I think that this really shows the Cavs, if anything, that if nothing else before showed them that LeBron has to stop playing so many minutes. We even had an injury scare against the Celtics, which I thought was just going to be not karma because LeBron didn't do anything, but more like a slap in the face whenever you get all these acquisitions, and he would go down with an ankle injury out like 4 weeks. But I think this definitely should show the Cavs to stop playing LeBron so much. Just survive with Derek Williams and some of your other younger guys capable of playing the small forward in the regular season. And especially when if Love comes back enough in the time in the regular season, you got to limit LeBron's minutes to maybe like a 32-minute restriction, in my opinion.
Yeah, both of the NBA Finals favorites are very banged up right now. And I think this Durant injury does end the Warriors' claim as the healthiest team in NBA history the past couple seasons.
Yeah, they have been the healthiest team in NBA history, but with an injury here, maybe you don't know what else is
maybe they
happen.
lose that title. But
yeah, maybe they do.
Any last remarks to talk about?
No, it's just interesting. New Orleans got their first win since getting DeMarcus Cousins. Without DeMarcus Cousins,
they now
he was
1-4?
suspended, so they're 1-4. That one
Whoa.
winning coming with DeMarcus Cousins. I don't think they're making the playoffs.
1-4?
Yeah, I don't think they're not going to make the playoffs. Probably. I'm gonna have to see what Denver does against the Warriors.
Watch out, Denver.
Spurs.
They're coming for you. They're 1-4. That'll wrap it up for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed.